Hey everybody, how are you? It's Sandy, and I'm back. John's been taking over for the last couple of days now, and I just got this major download when I was meditating a few days ago that the world needs more of John by himself there. And it's been fascinating to see the growth that's happened with the people that have reached out to him from some of the teaching. So I'm really glad that we can be out there and serving the community in the way that we are. So wow. John and I actually do a show on Wednesdays with it was basically a women about 1,000 women, and we talk about the differences about women, the essences, also the personalities, the true men and women in the world. And a question that came up yesterday, and actually today, I had two appointments with potential clients that are enrolling with me. Like, when do you know when you're ready for a relationship? Many of us, depending on whether we're 22 or 65, our range of clients and their ages, the question that keeps coming up: when do you know that you're ready? And the truth is that the need for certainty around when there is the perfect time is probably one of the reasons why you've been in the relationships, or maybe your relationship right now might be a little bit stale. So I just wanted to go over a few things today as we are rolling into this holiday weekend. Again, I love when people send us questions, and this is something that just keeps coming up. Like, when do you know? And I am going to speak from my own personal experience that, I've had teachers and coaches that I still work with that have taught me these techniques that John and I talk about. And some of that's going to come, hey, Jessica, is going to come from feeling things in your body. Like, I really do believe that we have to feel to heal. And so whether you're in partnership or you are interested in having a partner in the future, the key is to take a good look at what you want in a relationship. And instead of writing off all those bad relationships or all those bad years you may be in this marriage, why don't you do a bird's eye view and write down what you really, really love about your partner? Like, what is it that you really love? Go back to the beginning, but also, what do you love about how they've grown with you? And then also go back to what it is that you don't want. Because to know what you do want, you actually have to look at what you don't want. And I'm not asking you to try to change your current partner, or even change the way that you're seeking out a partner or calling a partner in. When I'm working with women, we always talk about calling in the one. Hi, Janelle, calling in the one. Like, who would this person be? And so, first off, what do you want? What do you don't want? And then what we do when we're working together is we're going to determine, like, who do you need to be in order to attract that person in your life. And I don't mean like changing who you are and wearing a lot of masks. I think we do that enough. And if you know my work at all, we actually really strip away whatever's been protecting us. And so we can go really deep into the feeling body, because as I said, in the feeling body is where the healing is going to come. So we also want to say, like, who do you need to be to attract this person who is da 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 da. And so what I would invite you to do is to learn to embody what she or he would be. And that may sound like a little kooky, and it's not, because remember, our bodies are tuning forks and everything's energy. So whether you're looking for a new girlfriend, you're moving to a new area and you're seeking out, a meditation group or a prayer group or a Bible study group, I mean, there's a vibe that happens. There's an energy that we give off. And remember, like attracts like. So if you're in a sister tribe right now, I'm deviating a little bit, that you're not super fulfilled in, you need to look and see, has that run its course? Has it run its course? Also, what are you providing for this group of friends or this friend? And then everything goes back to relationships. So whether it's intimacy, work relationships, what have you. So when do you know you're ready? I don't know if you do know. But what I do know, that you could be more prepared by, knowing what you want, what you don't want, determining who do you need to be in order to attract that person. Have you cut cords? Have you cut ties energetically with people that you may be holding on to? Just willing it is not going to be enough. Hi, Susie. Just willing it isn't enough. So there's practices that you can do literally, in your prayer life, in your devotion life, in your meditative life. And there's certain practices we can give you that will help you embody this person that's going to call in the one that you want to be with you forever. Our teacher, David Data, talks about the best spiritual practice is to be in a monogamous relationship with someone that you can grow together. We believe that you're basically going to attract someone in your life. And this is, I'd love to hear from some of you that are, that are actually in partnership already, that, there's going to be triggers that come up. And the way you actually handle those triggers together is going to be the key for your longevity. But not just the longevity, because how many of us know people that have been married 25 or 30 years and there's absolutely no passion in their relationship? And I don't just mean erotic passion. I mean just passion that when they walk in the door, they're excited to see them. Remember, our brain is made to make us safe, not happy. And so if every day your partner comes in the door, right now we're COVID abound, right? A lot of people aren't going to work. Maybe work is, in their office or in the bedroom, and then they come out to the kitchen. How are you greeting your partner? So, are you smiling? Or is it like, oh yeah? Are you an habitual pattern of saying, I love you, and kiss them on the cheek as you walk out the door? Are you willing to embody even more of that kiss on the cheek and let them feel the fact that you're happy to see them, or you're telling them goodbye? So there's a healing path that comes with this place. Is it, are you ready for a relationship? I think we're made to be in partnership. I think we're made to be in relationship. I think we're made to be in friendship. So I think it's a matter of doing a deep dive in what you want and what you don't want. Um, and also understanding, like, what is it that you need? And it's okay to have needs. It's also okay to actually know what you want, what you don't want, and be able to learn how to communicate to the person that you're with. And I'm sure a lot of us have heard not to be attached to the outcome. Hey, Nikki. And not to be attached to the outcome. So if you are in the dating world, one of the best things one of my teachers put me on was like this no man diet. And so I was able to actually process for 90 days, like what was happening and how was I actually seeking out a man's attention. And I'm not just talking about a lover. I'm talking about, did I need that validation? And then I went into a deep healing journey on healing the masculine and the feminine in all of us. You've heard John and I speak of that. There's the yin and yang, alpha, omega. I'm a woman with all the parts, and I definitely have a strong masculine presence. And anyone that has children, or we're working outside the home, or we're planning a dinner party, every woman that I know understands that there's something that we do when we go in mama bear mode and get it done mode, single focused. And that's the masculine in us, by the way. So I think healing those pieces is actually really key, and understanding them allows the relationships to flourish. And for many of you who've been following me for years, I mean, I've had a lot of relationships. They were long term, but they were they were hurtful in their own way. But I've learned from them, because on the other side of that is the shadow piece, and that shadow piece is actually the piece that a lot of us run from. But it's actually the piece that will set you free. So I love working with couples that actually are currently in partnership, that actually they're seeking more, and that's going to come through the feeling body, and those places of your heart that might be closed off because there's been whether it be infidelity, whether it is there's been that you work together. I know when I worked with Cameron's dad, I mean, we had this great relationship. We came together, worked together, and there was absolutely no polarity. There was no spice. There was nothing. Now, thank goodness, I've learned that you can actually have all that and still have this juicy relationship with your partner. I didn't know that then. Lance and I still, we actually like laugh about the things that I know now that I didn't know then. So, but it is what it is. So there's so much more than when you're ready. I think it's actually a misnomer, and you're setting yourself up for failure to think that you're ever ready, because their fight or flight or freeze of the brain is gonna just step in. Again, our brain's made to make us safe, not happy. So even if you are in partnership with this beautiful soul who's inviting you, ladies, to reveal your heart and give you more and more and more, and you're like, oh my God, I don't even know how to do that. I've been rejected in the past. There's a way we can work through the healing body versus just talking about it. And that comes up with the 3 stages of communication that John and I will elaborate on down the road. So yeah, I'm not going to give you the step by step by step. It's so much more exciting than that, than the 3-step series of how do you know you're ready. But there is something to be said about getting your body ready, your mental mind ready, cutting cords with the areas of your life, disempowering beliefs that don't serve you anymore, that might be holding you back from actually having that relationship of your dreams with your current partner. So that's my love, is to talk to people about how they can actually spice it up, how they can go deeper, how they actually don't have to lean on their current partner to be their healer. And the person that's giving you the most resistance, actually is your healer, especially if you're a seeker and you want to know more. So, yeah, I just wanted to put this out there. If you guys have any questions or if you want to like talk, I would love to set up a discovery call with you. This is my jam. I work in 6 month blocks with clients because I feel like in 6 months we can go on this amazing healing journey where we can go deeper. But if you have any questions about what I asked, I know many of you have done the polarity quiz, the sandysembler.com/quiz. But even if you've done that and you haven't reached out yet, please do. Let's you and I talk about where you are in your relationship, where you want to go. Where do you think your hold? Hey Julie, your holdups are. And let's talk about how you can tease apart the part that's giving you aggravation, irritation, and how you can actually flip it so you can see the gift in it. And it's something magnificent. So I'd love to go on and on. We're really trying to limit these to 10 minutes. I have loved that I nurtured the part of me that knew that I didn't need to be on the last couple of days. By the way, ladies, I mean, follow that intuition that's like, you know what, I need to not do that today. And that's a form of self-care. Self-care does not have to be just taking bubble baths and drinking champagne. And meditating. Self-care is also honoring the inner voice that's like, wait a minute, this is somebody, this is someone that I can trust. This is someone I can't trust. I'm feeling like maybe I don't need to go out to lunch with this person. This quarantine time, now I'm going off on a tangent, but I have to say this. I know for myself, as the world's starting to open up more and more, John and I were out to dinner Friday night and it was beautiful outside and people were social distancing and all the things. And I could feel my nervous system starting to fret. I was starting to feel very nervous. I've enjoyed being insulated. And what I realized it really has happened to me and for me during this time is I've really come very in touch with who I am, and what I need to flourish. And sometimes flourishing, hi baby love, hi, is that we want to actually appreciate that we love people, but we also have to respect that we might need some distancing. And so understand as you go back out in the world that you might need to crawl to walk to run. And for me, the Sandy Sembler that had that intervention with Tony Robbins 6 years ago, that was 4 hours like on the floor with my partner at the time, I needed that to have a mirror so I could see myself. That Sandy would have never allowed John to take over the show, for example. And it wasn't that I didn't trust him. It's just that I used to like to control every aspect of my life, which is exhausting, So if any of this speaks to you, let's do a discovery call. There's so much more to share. I mean, I'm actually living the work. Hey, William. Hi. I'm living the work every day. And I still have a coach that walks me through. I have teachers that I work with. We never stop growing. So I'd love to help you find the relationship that you want or find it within the relationship you already have. John and I work a lot with couples, which is super exciting. But sometimes that partner isn't necessarily wanting to work. That's okay. It doesn't mean the relationship's over. Because contrary to popular belief, your partner doesn't have to be working on themselves for the relationship to flourish. That was one of the toughest things for me to accept. And, oh, Melanie, thank you. And it's true because I'm always growing. The key is to understand what type of relationship that you want. And do you want one that's growth oriented? And if you know you want one that's growth oriented, that's really key. And I like to use manifestation to help with that with meditation. So anyway, thank you guys for your time. Have a beautiful Thursday. I look forward to hearing from you. That is my biggest joy, is to serve. So let's do a free discovery call so we can chat. Can't wait to talk to you. Bye. See you.